Lesson 3-2. Today we're going to be talking about simplifying algebraic expressions. If you'll remember, the difference between equations and expressions is that equations have an equal sign. So the ones that we're going to be talking about now, they have variables, but they don't have an equal sign. So we're not going to be able to solve for the variables. So we're just going to be simplifying expressions as much as we can. So let's go ahead and look at certain parts of an algebraic expression. One part is the coefficient. Now the coefficient is the number that comes before a variable. Like in this example, 2x, 2 would be the coefficient, and 5y, 5 would be the coefficient, and 2y, 2 would be the coefficient, and in x, 1 would be a coefficient, because anytime you see a variable by itself, the coefficient is just kind of like an understood 1. The next thing we need to know is terms. So terms are anything listed in the whole sequence of the algebraic expression. So like 2x is a term, 5y is a term, 2y is a term, x is a term, and so on and so forth. Now, another thing that we need to talk about is like terms. So just like 2x and 5y are terms, we have like terms. So like terms are any terms that have the same variables. So 2x and x are like terms because they both have x. And 5y and 2y are like terms because they both have y in them. Now, another term we need to talk about is the constant. So anytime you see a number by itself, so with no variable or anything, that number is called the constant. Alright, let's look at one more term. The last thing we need to realize is basically how do we know when we are in the simplest form possible. So the simplest form of an algebraic expression is when there are no like terms and no parentheses left. So we've done everything that we can do. So in this example up here, we have 2x and x. Those two are like terms. So in order to simplify, we need to combine them. So 2x plus 1x gives us 3x, and then we have 2y and 5y. So we have two like terms there. So we can go ahead and combine those. So 5y plus 2y gives us 7y, and then we can't combine anything with the 8, the constant, because there are no other constants. So we'll just plug in 8 on the end, and this is the simplest form of this algebraic expression up here. Let's go ahead and do a few examples. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our first example. Now in this first example, they want us to go ahead and basically identify each of the part of the algebraic expression. So we just want to know, do you know what the like terms are, do you know what the terms are, do you know what the constants are, etc. So let's go ahead and list all of our terms in our algebraic expression. We have 4x, we have 3, we have 5x, and we have y. Those are our 4 terms in our expression. Now we need to go ahead and identify like terms, because in order to simplify, we need to be able to combine like terms. So you have to know what those are to be able to do that. So our like terms in this example is 4x and 5x, because those are the only ones that have the same variables. So we have 4x and 5x. Alright, let's go ahead and list our coefficients. So the coefficients are the numbers that come before variables. So we have one coefficient here, so we have 4. We have, that's a constant, so that's not a coefficient. We have 5, and then we have 1, because 1 is always the coefficient if there's no other number before the variable. Then we need to go ahead and identify the constants. So in this example, we only have 1, and that is 3, because it's the only number without a variable attached. Alright, in this example, number 2, we're going to go ahead and simplify as much as possible. So if you remember what we just talked about, simplified expressions, they have no like terms left and no parentheses left. So in this example, we don't have any parentheses to solve for, but we do have 2 like terms. We have x and 9x. So if we go ahead and combine them, so we're adding, so if we add 9x plus 1x, we're going to get 10x, and then plus 3. We can't simplify anymore because we don't know what x is equal to, and we don't have any more like terms. So we're good. Let's go ahead and simplify number 3. So number 3, we have 2x minus 5 minus 4x plus 8. So we're going to go ahead and combine as many things as we can. So when I first look at this expression, I see 2y and negative 2x and negative 4x. So you cannot overlook this negative sign because it's going to change how we combine them. So we're not adding 2x and 4x anymore. We're subtracting 2x and negative 4x. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 4 from 2. So we have to use the skills we learned with subtracting integers. So if we subtract 4 from 2, since 4 is a bigger number and we're taking it away, then that means we're going to be in the negative. So we're going to have negative 2x. So that takes care of these two terms. And now we have two constants left, so we can join those. So we have negative 5 and we have positive 8. So if we take away 5 from 8, we'll have a positive 3. So negative 2x plus 3 is the most simplest form that we can get this expression into. Let's go ahead and look at a word problem really quick. So this time we're going to have to read the problem, we're going to have to come up with the algebraic expression, and then we're going to simplify. So we have several steps this time. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick. It says, you have saved some money. Your friend has saved $20 more than you. Write an expression in the simplest form that represents the total amount you both saved. So I see some very important terms real quick. When I looked at this real quick, the first thing that popped out to me is that it says some money. So we don't know how much money we have. So that means we are going to have to use a variable. I also noticed that it says your friend has $20 more. So we're going to have to add $20 to your amount to be able to get how much your friend has. And then lastly, I saw the word total. Now total means that we are going to be adding. So I know I'm going to be adding my number, which I don't know what it is, and then my friend's number, which is my number plus 20, and then we're going to have to simplify. So let's go ahead and write it. So it says you have saved some money. I'm just going to choose the general variable. I'm just going to choose x. So this is representing how much I have. So if this was $10, then x is equal to $10, but we don't know what it is yet. So x, I have x amount of money. Now my friend has $20 more than I do. So I'm going to have to add my friend's money, and they have x plus 20. So this is how much they're making, and this is how much I have. So I have x, and my friend has $20 more than I do, so x plus 20. And then we added them both together to figure out how much we're all going to have, and we're not going to be able to solve, but we can simplify. Because we can simplify because I see two like terms. 1x here and 1x here. So if we add 1 plus 1, we're going to get 2x plus 20. So that is the simplest form that we can get in. Alright, let's go ahead and look at your on your own questions. Make sure you have all of your notes completed, and if you have any questions, come with those tomorrow, or you can rewind the video however you need to do it. Let's go ahead and look at those questions.
Alright, you have 3 problems to do tonight. Go ahead and look at the first one. It says 2m minus n plus 6m. So you're going to have to go ahead and list all of the terms, list the like terms, list the coefficients, and the constants. Number 2, you're going to go ahead and simplify. So simplify 6c plus 4 plus c plus 8. And you're also going to simplify number 3. So you're going to go ahead and simplify x plus 3 with times x plus 4y. Go ahead and get it in the simplest form possible. Good luck. We'll see what you get tomorrow.